The South African Weather Service has downgraded Cyclone Eloise to a depression that is currently over the extreme northern parts of Limpopo, causing heavy rains in areas of Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Does this mean South Africa can expect less flooding than previously anticipated? Weather forecaster Elizabeth Viljoen tells us more. Elizabeth, a very good evening. Thanks again for speaking to us. Just how good is this news of this downgrade?
This downgrade really doesn't bring much relief because all it means is that what we were expecting has now happened. So all along we did say that once making landfall over Beira and southern Mozambique, moving towards South Africa, we were expecting the storm to decrease in intensity. However, the rainfall amounts are still on track. We have issued a red warning for disruptive rainfall for Limpopo as well as Mpumalanga, and that is for widespread flooding and damage to houses and all those types of things we're already seeing occurring. So our forecast is very much still on track, even though it has been downgraded, but that is what we were expecting all along.
Can you just give us a little bit of insight for our viewers, the difference between, in fact, what the depression is, the difference between the depression and what we were expecting before?
Yes, so when Eloise made landfall, she was already at the intensity of tropical cyclone stage. So that is quite an intense level. But once after making landfall and moving over the land mass, tropical cyclones lose intensity very rapidly when making landfall as there's friction on the surface and there's a lack of moisture. That's what tropical cyclones need in order to keep and maintain a high level of intensity. So once downgrading all the way down to a tropical depression, so that just means it's a much lower intensity. So the winds we've seen in Limpopo and Mpumalanga are not nearly as bad or as high strength as what they had in Beira. However, we're still seeing large amounts of rainfall, but not as much as what we have seen in Beira. But we are still seeing these large amounts of rainfall and will continue to see them as we had forecasted for this event.
So is it just Limpopo and Mpumalanga that are suffering the most in South Africa?
No, we're also expecting the northern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. So that area is under high alert. The disaster management teams are already in place and ready to activate their emergency response plans as this rainfall is already occurring right now.
Now, how much more rain can we expect and for how much longer?
All right, so the main rain day is tomorrow, which is Monday, the 25th of January. So main rain days were today, Sunday, as well as tomorrow. So large amounts of rainfall are still further expected. We already had over 200 millimeters reported early this morning. So now a lot of rainfall today, extended rainfall tomorrow. On Tuesday, things do start to die down in terms of rainfall amounts. However, any more rainfall that does occur is already falling on ground that is saturated. So therefore, we could even see further flooding on Tuesday, even though the rainfall amounts aren't as high as what we've seen today and as what we're expecting tomorrow.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for that update. We will continue to keep speaking with you as the week progresses.